Welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. Tonight we're reacting to CF Montreal versus Toronto FC, MLS 2026, Week 15. It's back. We better win today. Just win these two 401 derbies at this point. You ain't going to try to fix shit. But either way, here we are. Probably 3-0. I don't know who. Probably Montreal, but either one. Just got back from Crumble, says Isaiah. The banana pudding is valid. Okay, well, good to know. That Crumble money must be good then. There's a reason why it's good, I guess. If they were trying to poach Satake from BYU, or no, BYU was trying to keep him from going to Penn State. My bad, either way. Either way, starting 11s are as follows for CF Montreal in goal. Tomas Gillier, back for Dawid Bugaj, Jalen Neal, Brian Vera, Luca Petrasso. The midfield three of Victor Lattori, Samuel Piet, Matty Longstaff. Front three of Noah Strait, Daniel Rios, Hennedy Sinchuk for Montreal. For Toronto in goal, Luca Gavrin. The back five of Richie Larea, Jackson Gilman, Walker Zimmerman, Zane Monlouis, Kobe Franklin, Daniel Shallowy, Alonzo Coelho, Theo Corbianu, and the front two of Josh Sargent and Derek Etienne Jr. Why they're starting him, I have no idea. Here we go. Mihailovic on the bench, Kuskevich on the bench. So even our players who could have used these 2 months to get healthy have not. I heard Timbers' new coach might be in attendance tonight. We'll see. All I know is the Timbers better win their derby and we better win ours. That's all I know. Either way, MLS is back. Thank you, world. We'll take it from here, is what they say. When you barely even advertise it until the final couple of games of the World Cup. But either way, that's MLS for you, isn't it? But as long as Messi's there, right? Oh, wait, Messi's playing in the World Cup final. Yay, MLS is going to freaking love that. It's in Montreal. Montreal versus Toronto, the 401 derby. If there was any way to come back, I guess this is the way to play a 401 derby. Thank God Prince Owuzu isn't starting. This could get worse. And Ulafroy's Montreal will play Robin Fraser's Toronto. Some players who were in the World Cup are in this game, like Richie Larea and Derek Etienne Jr. If anyone was rigging for Argentina, it wouldn't be FIFA, it'd be MLS if you think about it. Well, MLS probably told FIFA to rig it in their own backyard. They probably are doing it for each other, let's be real. But yeah, Don Garber seeing Messi win a World Cup in his own backyard while he's in MLS. I'm sure that was part of it. That was part of the calculus. And they're talking about Canada. At the World Cup, of course, when two Canadian teams are playing. It's a pretty fun time. From Quebec, played for Montreal. Maxime Crepeau, Alistair Johnston played for Montreal. Richie Larea from Toronto plays for Toronto. Eustachio, Buchanan, Ahmed, and Laren, all from Ontario, from near Toronto. Leamington, Brampton, Toronto, and Brampton. 19 to 26 Canada players from these areas are played for Montreal, Toronto. So, the MLS has done good things for the Canadian men's national team once they've actually started getting established. Boom, boom, boom. But of course, we got to get the season restarted with a 401 derby, which I don't mind that at all. Rivalry week, I guess. A mini rivalry week, except for Chicago versus Vancouver for some reason. Wait, did they know? Dillon says, save your Pirate Anderson. Not yet. Well, I would be, but we're still going to go insanity. Okay. Thomas Gillier in goal for Montreal. Petrasso, Vera, Neal, Bugaj. MLSE chooses insanity. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. Latore, Piet, Longstaff, Sinchuk, Rios, Straight. Well, I guess both would be either way. The bad insanity is what they chose. No Wusu, no problem. Mateo says TFC is about to lose. We probably will because Fraser's still the manager. Call the Pirate. You want bad insanity or good insanity? I prefer the good insanity, but if you want to go with the bad insanity because you're shit, well, go right ahead, right? Denny Pereira from Austin FC. Got traded there July 2nd. I wish I had some matcha because I put my remaining banana pudding and that both on the bottom sides and top of the cup. Well, that sounds interesting. Will you stream for the MLS All-Star Game? Yes, I will. I'll be here for that. Even though the Central American Cup would have begun. Kirby Doc's last opportunity to prove himself, signed a 1-year deal. I think that's fair. But I will be here for the MLS All-Star Game and Skills Challenge. 2 Tuesdays from now and Wednesdays from now, I think. It's not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Or Tuesday and Wednesday after. And for Toronto FC, we got Luka Gavrin in goal. Let's see how this turns out. Back three. Zane Monlouis, Walker Zimmerman, Jackson Gilman. The midfield 5 with the wing backs. Or it's a midfield 4. Wait, what? Etienne Jr., Kobe Franklin, Alonzo Coelho, and Richie Larejo wearing the captain's armband. That I respect that. Wait, so we have a front 3. Shallowy, Sargent, Corbianu. So 3-4-3 it is. Okay. I mean, okay. I guess if Mihailovic was healthy, it might be a... We got 3 wing backs in the midfield. What are we... Okay, Fraser. Hell, if you're going to... You probably should have just put Oso there. Oh, wait, he's suspended. My bad. Oso suspended. My bad. Let's see, what other midfielders we have? I mean, Chuck Wu, Mihailovic will probably come in. I guess we're going to try to survive 45 minutes. Malik Henry, DeAndre. Shit, Kuskevich might have been smarter if you're going to put him in central midfield, but either way. I don't know. Do you think Spain's winning the World Cup? I don't know. I don't know what my... Shit, I'm still thinking about what I'm going to predict tomorrow. I still don't know where I'm going with this. I'm rooting for Spain. Can't wait till MLS hosts the All-Star Game in California again. Says Isaiah. You'll pull up. Etienne Fraser starting. Yay. Damn. That's how much MLS has grown. Back in 2010, they were giving free tickets away to the All-Star Game. And they were playing a European team back then, weren't they? So that's crazy. That's crazy. That just shows you how much the league has grown in spite of Don Garber. Very much in spite of him. Players to watch. This will be the most watched World Cup final ever. I mean, aren't they always way watched? Daniel Rios, the player to watch for Montreal, 2 goals in 11 games this season, 10 off the bench. He scored against Portland, though, and we saw that game. We watched that game. That was a pretty good goal, too, I have to say. Back at, 2 months ago, 3 months ago? Was it April-ish? Something like that. Every day's like melding together at this point. Josh Sargent's the player to watch for Toronto FC. 3 goals in 8 games. I mean, he's good at drawing defenders towards him. That's the only... Either way. We'll see what happens in that case. That was a good goal. They charged 55 and 330 with an average price of 130. Well, damn. Why did Tuchel think it was a good idea to have everybody sit back? I have no idea. That was... and teams are about to walk out at Stade Saputo. Montreal wearing white or yellow or blue and black, and Toronto wearing white. But they were a bunch of cowards in England sitting back for the last 30 minutes of that game after going up 1-0. Cowardice. Absolute cowardice. Why do they have a 2016 and 2026 banner? What, are you celebrating your Eastern Conference Finals loss when we dunked on your ass over in the second leg and went to the MLS Cup final? What's there to celebrate, you bunch of losers? The fact you went the furthest you ever have in the playoffs and then got dunked on by your biggest rival? What's there to celebrate? All that talent, it's mind-boggling. Now the question is would Southgate done the same thing or done better than Tuchel that game? I mean, he probably would have done the same thing, but he would have made better substitutions. Like substitutions that actually fit the situation, unlike Tuchel just throwing shit at the wall and seeing was stuck. Like you had players to play in the midfield that could have replaced Declan Rice, but then you just go with Ezri Konsa and Dan Burn. And then you have to throw the strikers on in the last 5 minutes because you went down 2-1 because you still parked the bus even after giving up the equalizer. That's the even more coward part, is you still park the bus after going down or that Argentina equalizing in the 88th minute. And then they had, 9 minutes of stoppage time? So basically, you were 14 minutes away from going to a World Cup final if you just didn't park the bus. And you were 9 minutes away. It's not the World Cup. I hate it too. Because at least the World Cup, when they say they're going to start, they start on time. They play the anthems the 10 minutes before. And then they play. And you've seen that. Whenever they say top of the hour, they play at the top of the hour at the World Cup. And you've seen that. Mm-hmm. MLS, everything else, no. How we doing, Angus? Taking out Gordon wasn't the brightest decision because he was their outlet on corners. Exactly. They needed a guy like Gordon or Saka to be an outlet. And he never did that either. While you're parking the bus, you might as well throw an outlet on. But straight up defensive, I mean. So that's what, and that is my life as a Toronto fan. Seeing what England did, I see it every time Toronto has a lead. I've seen enough reasons not to park the bus. I didn't need the England game, but everybody else must have. No foreign manager will win a World Cup, stays undefeated. Honestly, I'm happy about that. Maybe one day, while the Pirate is still, or after the Pirate saves Toronto, but saves him to the point he never leaves, maybe while he's at it, he wins Canada a World Cup. Mississippi blood, Canadian heart, buddy. You want me to put that shirt out? Don't park the bus when you're up 1-0. Do that shit when you're up 3-0. Never do it. How about that? Never park the bus. Never park the bus. I don't care what Risklander has to say. Never park the bus. You're a punk. Never park it. Especially Argentina, who only wins in comebacks. When Argentina scored, why did England still sit back even when they scored? Were they trying to go to extra time? Fuck if I know. I guess. But then he threw on attackers anyway after the second goal. So, with the 8 minutes they had left. So, I mean, of course, I guess that he was trying to get it to extra time in that way. But Honestly, knowing the next goal probably wins, I would have thrown on some attackers after the first goal. Try to save it. And I think that would have taken it to extra time if he did that. But at least for Toronto, they know their shit, so it's believable and more acceptable. So I guess what proves we're not shit anymore is we never park the bus again. Even against, I don't know, Man City. Hey, Canada didn't park the bus against Morocco, and we were the better team for a half. You don't have to park the bus against a better team. Oh, yeah, your DraftKings ad. I miss these. Every game. I barely seen any DraftKings ads during the World Cup. Oh, wait, it's FanDuel. Well, not like these. They're not as, I don't know. Either way. Oh, maybe FanDuel's the one that supports FIFA. Win probability. Here we go. MLS is back. Let's go. If it wasn't Montreal. What's up, dude? I just found your channel. You're the only one doing a watch along for this game. Because barely anybody cares about the MLS unless it's Miami. 39.3% winning probability for Montreal, 34.2% for Toronto, 26.5% for a draw. Also, Toronto fan. Regrettably.
Why are they smoking?
I don't know. Because they got smoked in 2020 or 2016 when they lost the conference finals to Toronto FC. What are you celebrating? Guido Gonzalez Jr. is the center ref. You love the MLS, you're a Red Bull fan, unfortunately. Oh, you'll be a friend of Sean when Sean pops in, because he's a Red Bull fan too. Kevin Stott, the VAR referee. Go Toronto FC. We need to win this match. Are you doing anything special for 5K subs? Probably not. I don't know. Josh Sargent. I haven't even thought of it. But the way this World Cup's gone, I'll have a while to think about it. And we're off. 0-0. Here we go. And that's out for a throw-in. When the game was over, Jude Bellingham hit that Argentina player in the back of the head. I don't know why Gibbs slapped him. I don't know. Because he lost? Sore loser? I mean, I'd be pissed if one of my players hit somebody after they lost a game. Even if it was, well, if you're going to punch somebody after you lose a game, hit them in the face. I might be pissed, but at least you didn't come in like a punk. Smacking somebody in the back of the head and giving them a Gibbs slap. If you watch NCIS, you'll get that reference. That's just a punk move. Play down. Sinchuk shot saved. What are we doing? Here we go again. Call the pirate. Seriously. So we chose shitty insanity. Okay. 1 minute in. There's a rumor going around if Poch leaves the USA, Gareth Southgate will be the next manager for the USA. Your thoughts on that? I'd rather have Berhalter back. Gareth Southgate's just the English Berhalter. Like, what are we... What? But he made a Euro final. 2 of them. Yeah, and then he pissed it away against Italy, which that was a beautiful night for me. And he blew it against Spain. He also never made a World Cup final. But then again, I can't complain because then, hey, Jesse Marsch is going to work that guy. So you know what? I won't complain. Yeah, Mitrovic of the Revs, he's a good coach. Isaiah said, my Messi shirt came in today. Your dad got the throwback Argentina Messi release for you. Nice. Is that the one that's based off of Maradona? I mean, Argentina's jerseys do look nice. No, he did not. They lost to Croatia. I said final, not semifinal. He lost to Croatia. That was a pretty good day for Rio, I bet. 0-0. Montreal has the ball at the back. At least we didn't give up a goal 2 minutes in. Less than 2 minutes in. Playing forward. Yeah, I didn't miss these guys at all. Robin Fraser still being a shitty manager. Who knew? Over the bar. Then again, think so, yeah. It's got the black V-neck and the all-black AFA word mark crest. Oh, okay. But, I mean, Southgate's legitimately just the English Berhalter. And Gilman got slapped in the face. Why are you going down like that? Okay, he did get slapped, though. But why are you going down like that? I'm going to draw the foul. Diving. 0-0. I mean, I guess just COVID in general. I mean, I guess just the fact COVID was a thing in general. Like everybody else. 4 minutes in. Watchalongs were never a thing before COVID. Then everybody just started doing watchalongs. And a lot of people haven't stopped. And that's somebody's down with a concussion. Or, well, they're bringing on the concussion doctor. I mean, he's doubled over Lattori, so I think something's going on. COVID was the golden age of watch-alongs and commentaries. Yep, and then nobody stopped. Or not many people have stopped. Oh. So. Oh! An accidental elbow to his head.
Yeah, he was going, I mean, he put himself in there.
Yeah. I don't think that's a card. I don't think that should be a card.
If it is,
but then, how we doing, Risklander? I can speak Spanish, you know that?
Mm.
5 minutes in. Like, if they check that on VAR and give a red card, and the coach is mad because Ulafroy looks like a damn college football head coach. I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that. And Shallowy talking to Fraser. Man, I'm going to miss the World Cup watch-alongs. The funny part is I'll get more views on the shit that isn't the World Cup than the World Cup. And chills with Adonis, of course. 0-0. Ball crossed in, cleared away. I mean, Bench Kings is gone. Chiseled still goes. I still go. Dom just makes content instead of doing watch-alongs. I've seen. So, 6 minutes. Yeah. Kind of has fell off in other places. Playing forward. Oh, come on. Will you be doing the U20 championship for CONCACAF? I'll do some Canada games in the U20 championship, but I won't be doing the whole thing. I'll be doing the first Canada game against Panama. I think next Sunday. Playing forward. Come on, Kobe! Shoot! Etienne blocked away. Passing to Etienne was your first mistake. Well, actually, no. Not shooting was your first mistake. Passing to Etienne was your second. Can we shoot him into the sun? Who's been the better team so far? I mean, Toronto hasn't been shit. Montreal had the best chance, but I think both teams are still sort of like doing the jump around in the UFC octagon, throw a fake strike, and then keep jumping around for 5 minutes. I think that's where we are. To use an allegory, if anything. 7 minutes in. Ball crossed in. Oh. Header. 7 minutes in, 0-0. Be a goal kick for Montreal. Why can't these teams play like Belgium or France? I don't want Montreal to play like Belgium or France, but Toronto, it's because they haven't called the Pirate. Then again, I don't exactly think the system would be playing like Belgium or France, but you're talking about being a good team. Playing like a good team, yeah. Being a good team, yeah. I don't think I would. Well, France is a pretty high pressing, get the ball back, run it down your throat team. So actually, good point. Good clearance by Monlouis. That's my guy. Come on, Luke. Come on, Zane. OMG, I'm a Red Bulls fan. Because I'm a Red Bulls fan, you met Derek Etienne Jr. once, and you ended up beefing on Instagram in 2019 after he left the Red Bulls. Bro, he's garbage as a player. I mean, from what I can tell, he seems like a good dude, but damn, he's a garbage player. I don't know how he made the World Cup. Oh, because he's Haitian. Because he plays for Haiti, that's why. He barely even played anyway. I mean, he got a couple of sub appearances, but he barely played. Even the game that they were already eliminated playing Morocco, he still didn't play. Or didn't start. I'm not getting my book out for that. Either way. There's been so much drama with him in Haiti, bro. I mean, Martin Ojeda's a pretty good player. I mean, I think he's solid. I think, is he Toluca's level? Is he a starter for Toluca? They want to stay where they are? And here comes Sinchuk. Shot. Oh, he missed. I don't know how you missed that. I'm glad, but I don't know how. I'd hook his ass right now. He was on a perfect angle to put that into the far post, and then he just misses it. And it looked like he missed it completely. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, they almost got pressed to hell and back right there. Ay, ay, ay. Toronto. I already got my assistant coach right here. I need somebody who can be like a. I mean, I can yell, but I need somebody who can be like a DI and then be more stringent on back passes than I am. He scored against Morocco. Always wanted him for squad depth since Vega is so injury prone. Yeah, I think that fits for him. But oh, go. Oh, come on. Run faster. Do you not do the pacer test? Get to the ball. That was actually a good press. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Didn't get the ball, but that's what I like to see. Throw in for Montreal. What? That's out for a throw in for Toronto. 0-0. 12 minutes in. We haven't been horrible, but we've tested them and they've tested us. This looks like this is going to be a shit show. As is usual. I'm not cooking England. I'll wait for NYCFC. Blocked away, and that's going to be a goal kick. Must have been a foul. Fragile. It must have been a foul. I won't cook England. I'm waiting for NYCFC. Are you excited to see Atlante? Oh. I mean, Miguel Herrera's back as a manager. There'll be some chaos there. I wish they were still in Cancun. If Toronto, man, if they called the Pirate, Toronto could play a Champions Cup match in Cancun, I'd be so over the moon. So I could stay in Playa del Carmen until we played the match. Probably the same hotel we stayed at back when I was 5. Before they turned into an over 21s hotel. I wonder if it's still there, actually. Because I think, a year, 6 months, a year later, they turned it into an over 21s hotel. So I got to go there before it became an over 21s hotel. And then all this time later, it'd be cool to go when I'm way over 21. But hopefully before 30. If this team was smart, hopefully before 30. But they're not. And they never will be.
What are we doing?
Pass the ball forward. Go. Oh, my God. Why are you getting pressed? Go. Oh, free kick for Toronto.
No, I don't.
Richie. I can't believe he pushed him and he got the free kick. I love you, Richie, but what the hell was that? I'm surprised they didn't call the foul on. I guess he was reacting to something from Latore. Just pushes. Throws his ass on the ground. Yep, there's Richie for you. Richie's still going. Well, then again, he did it at the World Cup, too. Who am I kidding? He never stopped playing forward. Richie never stopped doing shit like that. Playing forward. That's Richie for you. Header, Shallowy. What? Get to the ball. To Sinchuk. You see Monterey submitted a bid around $3.5 million, but Salt Lake said, nah, we want $10 million. If we're talking about freaking Diego Luna, he's worth like $15 million. And you're a Mexican club. You can pay that. And you're Monterey. You could pay $15 million. Don't play poor. Honestly, you're right. There is a huge difference in this and the World Cup. Now, I don't know if there's a huge difference in this and the Canadian Championship games, though. Playing forward. Is Diego Luna better than Ojeda? Yes. Did anybody ever talk about Martin Ojeda going to the World Cup? No. Should Diego Luna went to the World Cup? Yes. So I think that answers your question. Well, if you could pay $15 million to Real Salt Lake, maybe you will. You're going to miss MLS on summer nights. Oh, man, yeah, same. I'm only starting to get used to the new schedule because I have to. Of course, well, next year there is a Women's World Cup, so there's something there, and a Gold Cup. But 16th minute. But, yeah. I mean, well, you get them in August. Well, those aren't summers for you. Either way. I hate the fact that Toronto's going to have to play in, like, November and December at their own home stadium when it's snowing like a mofo before we take a winter break for Christmas. And then we come back in February when it's cold as shit. And we don't have a dome. I got an idea. Winter warm-up, post-winter break at Starkville, Mississippi. In Mississippi State. Blocked away. But there's severe weather in January in Dixie Alley. But is it warm? Normally. I mean, sometimes you have ice storms. Rarely. But when they happen, they're bad. And there's no milk left on the shelves whatsoever. They lose their minds. Then again, either way. He is worth $15 million, though. If Josh Sargent's worth 24, Diego Luna's worth $15 million. That's That's all I'm going to say. 17th minute. The good news about MLS is you have something called the cast trades. 18th minute. But in MLS Liga MX, I guess they're just transfers. Bugaj. Oh, no. Daniel. No. Shallowy. What were you doing? Shot blocked away. Well, at least it got blocked. And Etienne Jr. just standing around and turning and passes it backwards because that's all he could do. Why do we not play Malik Henry? Tax said it was Luna or Gio Reyna. Well, as a Gio Reyna stan who wishes he played for Toronto FC because he's better than Jordi Mihailovic, and I would always believe in Gio Reyna, and he needs a coach who believes in him, and he's a world-class player. If somebody just believes in him. If it was Diego versus Gio, I would take Gio Reyna as a known Gio Reyna stan. I mean, Gio Reyna scored in the World Cup, though. It was a good goal, too. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but 19th minute. These players aren't as talented, especially down the roster. I mean, I guess you could train them to be talented, but 0-0. But they don't come out that talented. And that's the problem. Like, you're really, like, the one thing about MLS that you have to replace talent with belief. It's kind of like Kurt Signetti. I would feel like Mike Leach or Kurt Signetti if it was me as a coach. Like, I know my talent isn't as high as some teams in Argentina, Spain, Belgium, so on and so forth. But we will win because we're going to close that talent gap with hard work and belief. And we will win. And that's the point. Because you can close that talent gap with hard work and belief. Also, Mexican teams. I mean, you could... Hard work really matters there, by the way. Playing forward. And we just gave it away. Daniel Rios. Shot blocked away. Hey, at least we're blocking shots. That's a good job. Bugaj. Damn, he's fast. Sinchuk. Shot blocked away. Second ball goes to Neal. Good play for Toronto. And it's right in the center of midfield for Latorre. I guess you only can get metaphysics there. But either way. I mean, I wouldn't say I copied tactics, but... No, because they don't believe in him, and he gets injured to hell and back. But then why would you want him in Toronto if everybody gets injured hell and back? Well, we need to have a better physio team, that's for certain. Sadly enough, I don't know any physios or doctors. We might be fucked in that case. Either way. We need to rebuild the physio team, which they're trying to do. They already made a move to get somebody from like Tottenham or something, a sports scientist. I don't know how that's going to turn out. 0-0. Don't know how that's going to turn out. But, well, yeah, Reyna's also injured to hell and back. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, Fanatics Fest is a thing. Mexico plays with level Europeans, but why can't USA or Canada? I think Panama surprised me against Croatia and held England for 45 minutes. That is what I mean by belief closes a talent gap. Because Panama's not that talented compared to Croatia and England. I mean, England played like shit the whole tournament, and they got lucky again and again and again. But on paper, do you see the talent England has? And Croatia, they're getting old. But again, on paper, do you see the talent Croatia has? That's what I mean by belief and hard work close a talent gap. You just made my argument for me. Header. And Mexico's had a way longer time of playing football than the USA or Canada. Hell, Panama has too. So, of actually being a useful or a meaningful team in the world of football. So, we have a long road to build. Like, we have a foundation to build comparatively to what Mexico already has. And I think World Cups like this, especially with Canada, is something that we could build that foundation off of. And I think that's what you have to look at, is that, hey, we are getting kids to watch football and become a football country. And that's going to go to Montreal. 0-0, 23rd minute. And if you look at it, like what Canada did is make kids proud to be football fans and want to play the sport on both sides of the coin, not just boys, but also girls. And of course, the girls always had the women's team. So that's been sort of built longer of a platform than men's football. But I think when you see that the men can make the World Cup, everybody gets inspired. And everybody sees, wait, we actually are a football country. I mean, I love the Women's World Cup. I grew up watching it because of Christine Sinclair, and I was glad Canada was there. And the Olympics as well. But not many people watch the Women's World Cup regularly and know it's coming. Maybe they end up getting hooked as it starts. But the Men's World Cup's the end-all, be-all. Even if I wish the Women's World Cup got the same amount of respect or even half the respect. Header, and it should. But the Men's World Cup's the end-all, be-all. And especially when your country's hosting it. I didn't see this sort of reaction when 2015 happened, when Canada hosted the Women's World Cup. Not to this level. Playing for 24th minute. Header. So, I mean, there was hype about it, but not to this point. And we're only hosting, 10 games? We only hosted, 10 games? So, that's going to be a corner for Montreal, 25th minute. Well, that's true as well. I think Canada has more passion for football than America does, but again, it's still a pretty new sport comparatively to hockey or baseball. So, I mean, you have to work through that as well. Corner for Longstaff. Maddie Longstaff taking the corner, 25th minute. Ball crossed in. Header. And that's out for a Montreal throw. Hey, at least we got it cleared. Man, I hate when corners they just waste them, I swear, in general. And offside. Passed it offside. That pisses me off even more. If you're going to make a pass off a corner or a throw in, especially in the final third, look at the back line and look where you're going to pass the ball. If he's in front of the back line, don't pass it. Drive the box. Or cross it. I swear to God, those short passes on corners like that, they never end well. Drive the box, cross the ball, something. Just don't do that damn short pass like 2 inches forward and then get called offside. Goes down in the box, clear away. Playing forward. Playing forward. Ball crossed in. Gillier catches and oh man. Somebody was right there. I don't know. Nah, he went down himself. Hell, he knocked down Franklin more than he did get knocked down himself. 0-0. So. And Iran had disadvantages, played against Belgium better than the USA did. Again, you're proving my point. You are unknowingly proving my point. The USA does not have heart, at least not in the Belgium game. They don't have belief. They didn't have fight. You were unknowingly proving my point. Iran had a reason to fight. Iran had a reason to have belief. Iran had a reason to make a statement. And Belgium is very old. And Belgium was also very pissed off when they played the USA because of the Balogun red card rescindment. The USA got what they deserved in that situation. Let's be real. And they played like crap because they knew they stepped in a big pile of shit. And then Belgium made them pay. You want to talk about waffle stomping? Now that was a waffle stomping, eh? Since you want me to be historically correct. That's out for a corner for Montreal. So again, Iran was the one being wronged at the time against Belgium. And Belgium weren't woken up. The sleeping giant wasn't woken up against a team that on paper they are better than anyway. Even if they play like old-ass players, you know. So, short corner, good play, good press, good job, Etienne. Good job. He actually did something useful for once. That's rare. Pressed the guy off a goal kick. I guess free kick against Montreal. So, again, it depends. Again, you're proving my point. Heart, belief, and will to win matter a lot, especially when you are an underdog. You're proving my point. And football is one of those sports where that matters more than others. Basketball, if you're the underdog, you seldom win, especially in the NBA where there's a 7-game series in the playoffs. When you're a big underdog. Now, if it's a 1 game, okay, you can upset. That's why March Madness is a thing. March Madness has the upsets because it's a 1-game playoff. It's 1 game in and out. But in the NBA, you don't have those upsets because it's a 7-game playoff series. And when you play the play-ins, I mean, those are all 4 shit teams who are going to get blown out by somebody if they make the playoffs. Free kick for Montreal. So again, because of the 7-game series. So you can't really even apply it to the play-in. Now, if you made a Cinderella run in the NBA Cup, when it's semifinal, quarterfinal, semifinal, final, then I guess then you can apply that. But football is a sport where you can use that belief and will to win and fight to win matches. Especially if it's a knockout tournament. And it's small margins. 0-0. Unlike basketball where you're pretty much up against it. Hockey is another one of those sports. Baseball, well, 30th minute. Header. It's hard to win if you're a low-budget team. Blocked away for a corner. Yes, they've had a longer history playing football, yes. Well, that would just be stupid. I mean, yeah, if they mandated that USMNT players who played at the Gold Cup play at the World Cup as starters, I think the European players would come to the Gold Cup. But what if they call your bluff? Then you're going to the World Cup with a bunch of MLS players. And you're playing qualifiers with a bunch of MLS players because your European guys called your bluff. And you think they're going to go through with it? And if they do call the bluff, you think they're going to go through with it? Header, cleared away. Same thing with Canada and Mexico. You think they're going to go through with it if those players call the bluff? You think they're going to want to go to the World Cup filled with MLSers who might be in Europe by then? No. And if you think they do, you're an idiot. Josh Sargent can't get into USMNT where Larea can get into the Canadian men's national team. And Franklin doesn't, where Zimmerman doesn't get in the USMNT. Well, Zimmerman used to before we got him. 32nd minute. But Josh Sargent never got into the USMNT. Seriously got in there. And I definitely said he was a fraud back in the day when people were like, when I was in high school, and people were like, oh, Josh Sargent's the savior of the USMNT at striker. I'm like, the dude's a fraud. He can't even score at Wolfsburg if you think he's as good as he is. I was right. And now we have him because that's my luck, right? I never said he wasn't MLS level, but he's definitely not wowing me. I'm not sure. You'll find out tomorrow. Playing forward. Pepe and Balogun get in, though. Balogun's an amazing striker. What do you mean? Did you not watch the World Cup? There's a reason why they had the red card rescinded, because he was the U.S.'s best player. Over the bar, of course. 33rd minute. 0-0. Werder Bremen. Oh. Well, didn't he play? Hold on. Werder Bremen. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, at the time, yeah, it was Werder Bremen. But didn't he play for Wolfsburg as well? I was Werder Bremen. My bad. W. My bad. It was Werder Bremen. He didn't score for Werder Bremen. How about that? I see W and I get confused. Nobody did anything against Belgium in the U.S. team. Sinchuk. Sinchuk with a shot blocked away. Dude's fast, but does he have the final ball? No, thank God. Coelho. Sadly enough, Sinchuk is very good at pressing. And free kick for Montreal. Dude. Corbiano was the one who got pulled down. Everybody was shit in the Belgium game. I'm not going to use that against anybody in the U.S. men's national team. They all were shit. And Zimmerman's not that good anymore. He's not bad, don't get me wrong. I mean, watching him for 15 games with Toronto and keying in on it, he's not that bad, but he's certainly not a USMNT level player. At least as a starter right now. 22 goals in, 4 seasons or something? Like, he was only, I think when I was complaining about him, he was like on 1 goal at the time. That season. Or like 2. And they were about to get relegated. Or was he in Bundesliga 2 at the time? Either way. Or was it he was on 2 goals in Bundesliga 2? Maybe it straddled both. I don't know. Mexico, best host or no? Canada did pretty well, but I think Mexico were the best host. Yes. And then Canada, then the USA. I mean, the USA didn't do bad, but I think a lot of the USA's best host moments were made by the teams that played in the USA, like Netherlands and Scotland, and they created those moments, like the USA. So Mexico, like you saw a lot of moments of Mexicans mingling with the fans of other teams playing in Mexico, like the Korean-Mexican love affair type stuff. And then Canada, they were good hosts as well, for the most part. I mean, some people made snipers jokes, but, to Bosnians. But other than that, I think Canada was pretty good as a host, especially the Portugal versus Croatia game. Because, I mean, if you know Toronto, there's a lot of Croatians and a lot of Portuguese in the GTA. You know this. And Italians. But Italians boarded up their house to stay away from the Holy War when that game was played. They just boarded up their houses. 0-0. Will Spain beat Argentina and France beat England? I mean, Spain can definitely win the World Cup final. It's 50-50 for me. I can see a world where Spain wins dominantly. I can see a world where Spain wins on penalties or wins tight. I can see a world where Argentina wins tight or on penalties. And I can see a world where Argentina dominates Spain. It's equal. It's equal. It's equal. And I can see a way that somebody gets screwed by the referees, which I guess that would go a winning tie. But either way, I think France beats England. I do. I would like to see France lose. To go from the favorites to win, not even winning a medal, would be hilarious. But the way England played, if they play like that against France, they're going to get peppered. They're going to get destroyed. If France cares. That's the caveat, because I think the teams that care the most about the third place game are teams that don't win the World Cup or never have you don't think have the chance, like a Morocco, like a Croatia, like a Belgium who's never been there before. If they're a big team, they don't like playing it, which, I mean, it's a needless game when you're about to play a European season or a new season. You would rather be on vacation if you're England or France instead of playing a third place game. But here you are, you have to play a third place game. So for the gate receipts and the TV ratings. You'll find that out tomorrow. There's a prediction video tomorrow. I'm not giving them away here because I don't even know what I'm going to do for the final at this point. Either way, I couldn't even give you it if I wanted to. At least for the final. Third place, yeah, France. I want England to win because of the hilarity, but France is going to win the third place game. I'll give you that right now because nobody really cares about that 2-minute span where I talk about the third place game anyway. But I don't even know who I'm going to predict for the final at this point. I'm going to have to sleep on it. I'm going to have to sleep on it. I want Spain to win, honestly, with all the FIFA bullshit, but just like England. It ain't against Messi. It's against Infantino and his meddling. And other people's meddling in the tournament that I'm mad about. Some certain world leaders meddling in the tournament. The same ones who started a needless war that still's going on. But enough about that. Playing forward. Etienne. Coelho. '40th minute. What USA lacks are quality defenders or just decent defenders who can run back and win the ball back, and the midfield was also at fault. I mean, I don't disagree with that, but they have Chris Richards. I mean, I say Chris Richards is quality. Forward play, free kick for Toronto, 41st minute. I didn't think the snapper thing was such a big deal. Look at Ecuador, Mexico fighting over politics happened in 2024 with football. Yeah, but if you're that group of people, you're going to feel like it's a big deal. Like if you're Bosnian, you're going to feel like it's a big deal, and rightfully so. Like there's a reason Bevo Mill's the thing. Historically, if you look at the history, that situation led to Bosnians moving to America, like places like Bevo Mill in Toronto and in Toronto. So, I mean, I can understand why they're mad. I mean, I'm not Bosnian, but I can understand why, knowing the history. 42nd minute. You're not Bosnian, so you don't think it's that big of a deal. Header! Shot. And that's clear white. Man, that was a really good chance, and nothing happened. I would agree with that, even with the FIFA bullshit. And the U.S. and the Canadian defenders didn't run back to help Luke de Fugero. I could take it the same way with a Morocco game. I could take it the same way there. So that's on a want to win. Well, sadly for you, Chelsea's getting Lacroix. Well, I can't go against that because I want my defense to be in a high line. That was a great looking delivery too. I say I want TFC to win. I need them to win, but I think we look like the better team, but we've had some bad moments. But Montreal's had some bad moments too. This might end up being a draw, which, I mean, that's better than nothing. 43rd minute. But if we win, we'll jump over Montreal on points and wins. Either way. Well, I agree with that. 43rd minute. Toronto would have a 4th win if they won, and their goal differential's better if they won, so they'd be above Montreal, but we'd still be above them by 2 points. We'd also be above Columbus by a point. Caught by Gavrin. 43rd minute. So there's that. St. Louis City. This game wasn't supposed to be round 1. What do you mean? Playing forward. That's weird about Fault Mom. Matty Longstaff betrayed TFC. We traded him, though. Just like we did Owuzu. And Matty Longstaff, I'm more mad about Owuzu than anything. Or no, we let Owuzu go, and then he chose to go to Montreal because I guess he wanted to play with pettiness. And it's done him a really good job because when he plays, he scores a lot of goals. Playing forward. I don't think Longstaff has been much better for Montreal than he was for Toronto. I don't think he's that good of a player. .44th minute. When he was playing his best, when Herdman first came in and he first came in, sure. But after that 6-month span, playing forward, Toronto, go, go, go. Playing forward, nice. Plays in, Sargent, it gets to Gillier first. 45th minute. Horrible pass, yep. One minute of stoppage time. That's it. 1 minute of stoppage time. So I guess I guess if it was an air quality problem, you couldn't have the water break anyway, because that doesn't really, I don't know, maybe. I guess Montreal's air quality problem isn't as bad as Toronto's or Vancouver's with the wildfires and that. 30 seconds. How we doing, Mile High? Just don't give up a goal right now. Just get to the half with a tie, or if you get the goal on the other end, great. But do not allow them to score. Knowing Toronto. Yeah. Wildfire ruined our air quality. 5 seconds. Well, yeah, but... And it's halftime, 0-0. I'll take it. No mistakes that bad. We'll take a short break at the halftime with the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. 0-0 at the half. 45 more minutes. We're back. Yep, saw that. Chicago Fire, Vancouver got postponed due to the wildfires. Only you can prevent wildfires. Kerr, Vilson, and Henry as well. Yeah. I think we need at least Vilson and Henry on, or at least Henry, and we bring on Jordy. But turn on the St. Louis City match. We're having on this game. Lunt in for Berkey tonight. Ben Lunt in for Berkey. Okay. Damn. Wonder what's going on with Roman. With that being said, stats of the half. We got 57 or 59% possession to 41% possession. 8 shots to 4. 1 shot on goal to 0. 216 accurate pass to 141. 84% pass accuracy to 78. 3 corners to 2. 8 shots to 4. 2 shots on off target to 2. 1 shot on goal to 0. 256 pass to 181, 84% pass accuracy to 78, 1 offside to 0, 10 throws to 12, 0 offside or yellows to 0, 0 reds to 0, 5 fouls to 5, 0-0 at the half. I think Toronto, their defense has looked really good. Montreal's looked very sloppy. Well, he's playing in MLS though, and he's a goalie. Berkey could still play. I agree. He's been amazing for St. Louis, at least. Shorter than Lunt too. I'd rather have Roman Berkey, but okay. He's still quality. After watching the quality of the World Cup, looking at this game looks like high school football. I mean, I agree. So what? Did the Can Champ look like middle school football? Either way. For me, I think Toronto's defense has been fine. The mistakes they've made have not gone in the back of their net. They've definitely got those mistakes cleared and moved away and pushed forward. Sinchuk has been giving them hell down the wing for sure. I have to say that for Montreal. Sinchuk has been giving them hell. Just luckily he can't finish. Sinchuk is a solid player, and he's been giving Toronto hell when it comes to going down the wing, but he hasn't scored yet, so that's the good news. 6 p.m. is when the All-Star game coverage starts. I guess the game will start at 7, but that's Wednesday the 29th, which will be live for it. 28th is the skills challenge. With that being said, I think Toronto defensively have been solid. I think Montreal, you probably want more out of them. They're too damn sloppy. You know. It's funny because they've played 2 matches. They've played 2 competitive matches, which, I mean, we should have as well. But we didn't because, well, you know why we didn't. And you know why they did, because they moved on to Can Champ. We didn't. But they've played 2 competitive matches, and they look more sloppy than us. We only played the friendly against Halifax. So we'll see what happens over the second half, but I like what I'm not mad with Toronto's performance right now. 3 days after the final, I see. Next Miami game is 3 days after the final. L. We'll change this to a second half tab. Boom. All right. We'll review this game once it's over, and then tomorrow's the final prediction. World Cup final prediction video with spending 2 minutes talking about the third place game as well, which I've already gave that away, but so be it, right? So be it, right? Either way. So we'll see how the second half goes, but We'll find out. Let me get this straight. They canceled the Chicago-Vancouver game so Lewandowski can make his debut against Miami. That has to be scripted. No, there's something called wildfires, and wildfire smoke is not fun to play in, I would guess. I've never had to deal with wildfire smoke, but even as a regular person, I'm sure it's not fun to play in, let alone, or do anything in, let alone play a football match in where you're running minute after minute after minute after minute, and you're using your lungs because you have to breathe. That's definitely not good for you. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a lung pulmonary doctor, but I would have to assume that playing in shitty air quality like that, even if it's a dome, which that is kind of funny when you think about it. Wait, was it in Chicago? Because that makes more sense. If the game was in Vancouver, it was in Chicago. Okay, that makes more sense. Chicago's getting hammered worse than St. Louis with the air quality. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, St. Louis is kind of getting it, but okay, no, that's not a dome. That's not a dome. Chicago is, they're getting hammered. So, understandably so. They're not in a dome. Whether it's in Bridgeview or Soldier Field, it's not in a dome. So, I mean, you want them to play in that? Why don't people listen to Smokey the Bear? Well, it depends. Did the person start it, or did somebody else start the fire? Like, was it a fire that happened because of environmental situations? Something dry that sparked when nobody did anything? Or what, did somebody start that fire? We don't know the cause of it yet, or maybe we do. But if nobody started, if it was just a dry leaf that sparked, they spread fast. And that can happen. So, only you can prevent wildfires. I hope it's good, but Casemiro is washed, man. I don't even know if he's good enough for MLS. At least Busquets was good enough for MLS. DePaul, he hasn't looked pretty either, but either way. Do with that what you will. Why Jonathan Bamba not call up for the Ivory Coast? I don't know. You'll have to ask the Ivory Coast manager. Or the Federation, because Piet, here we go. I have no idea. Jonathan Bamba's a good player, but just like guys like other MLSers who didn't get called up, they just didn't get called up. If they're a smaller nation, that stuff kind of pisses me off, considering, MLSers are great players. They just don't play. Some MLS teams, MLS players, with where they play and what countries they're from. And they have given out the FIFA World Cup final referee. The center ref is Slavko Vincic. So, there's your answer for the final. That's interesting. He only officiated 2 group stage matches, Vincic. Rest in peace to Jaden Adams. How'd he die at 25? What's the reason? Yeah, the South African footballer who played at the World Cup, Jaden Adams. They're saying, people are speculating that he had depression and mental health problems, and how do I put this PG-wise? He offed himself because of his depression. That's what people are speculating. There's been no cause, but he just played at the World Cup, and he looked like a normal 25-year-old kid playing at a World Cup. So I guess I would have to lend credence to the fact that it was depression and not a heart problem or an illness. And that's just sad. Yeah. Hell, he played against Canada like 2 weeks ago. I think Serbian. I think Vincic is one of those. I couldn't tell from how small the flag was, but it was either Serbian or Slovakian. You know, when you see small flags on the computer screen, you can't really tell. So 45th minute is the European referee, though. Odu Malha. That's tomorrow. Yeah, but I don't know anything about him. I'm saying what people are speculating from what I've seen and the videos they've posted of him being alone on the bench during a water break, or that's why you don't assume, because assume making you an ass. But, you know, again, when you're 25 years old and you play like there's no problem with your performance when you're actually on the pitch, it's hard for me to believe it was a sudden illness, like physical illness, like a heart attack or embolism, or. But I'm not a doctor, so 46 minute. So, but I mean, there are things that can push you over the edge when you do have depression. Like losing someone you love heavily, which I don't know if that's the case, but 46 minute. Point is, especially if you're a man, because I know how taboo it is to get mental help. If you're a man, talk to somebody. That goes for anybody, but especially you talk to somebody. Because that's what corner. How long is Fraser going to wait for changes? Till like the 75th minute, probably. Because that's what he does. Playing forward, Longstaff. Protect your mental health. Cleared away, out for a goal kick. That should be out for a goal kick, but no, it's not. Kept in by Montreal. It will be a Toronto offside goal kick for Toronto. But my statement on that is protect your mental health. Talk to somebody if you feel like something's wrong, whether that be therapy, whether that be a family member, whether that be a trusted friend. Josh Sargent goal incoming. Really? Don't tell me you're trolling. 0-0, 48th minute. I don't think I'm as far behind on the Apple TV, but either way, headed down. Plays forward. Push for the ball. Don't let them just grab it in the middle of the freaking pitch. Pushed away. Walker Zimmerman plays forward, shallowy, and it's right back to Piet. That's even worse. Now you're playing like me on FIFA Mobile against somebody who's way better ranked than I am. Jesus Christ. You're just saying, yeah, don't do that. 48th minute. We were playing well defensively for the first 45 minutes. What are we doing now? 0-0. Second half. 49th minute. Playing forward. You really don't like Josh Sargent. I've never. Yeah, I mean, I was in high school telling people who believed in him because he was from close to the area that he wasn't going to be the savior, and you're just being biased. And I was right, by the way. And now he plays for us. He's not the first guy I would have picked to be our striker, but, you know, whatever. And he's not worth $24 million. Like, he's good at drawing defenders towards him. He's only got 3 goals in 8 games. If he's as good as you think he is for $24 million, he'd score more than 3 goals in 8 games, and he'd score 20 in all comps. I need my striker to do more, please. Agreed. I need my striker to do more. Thank you. Well, what happens if Toronto calls the Pirate? Well, I got to make it work, don't I? Thanks, you jackasses. But the good thing about the pressing system is it fits the fact he draws in defenders. It does fit. Playing forward, Toronto. In through. Sargent down in the box. No penalty. Come on. The good thing about the pressing system is he draws in defenders. And you're telling me I need to see that checked. I need my striker to stay up taller if he's gonna do shit like that. You had the ball coming into your feet. Stand up. They ain't gonna give us a call anyway. That's gonna go out for a goal kick. And they certainly ain't gonna check it on VAR for us. Whatever happened to Bobby Wood after 2018? Washed. He played a couple of years for the Revs, if I remember correctly. Bobby Wood. We let Bobby Wood score on us. I remember that. Like, he got the ball with his feet and he got pushed down. I mean, yeah. Now you got to stand up. You got to stay up there. Man, I remember when he played against us, 2-3 years ago? It was like, or 4, more like 3 or 4, actually. We got scored on by Bobby Wood. Man, I was incandescent after that happened. I thought that man was washed, and we got scored on by Bobby Wood. Playing forward. But I think Bobby Wood scored like 4 or 5 goals against Toronto when he was in New England. It always felt like. I think that should have been the first time we were shit. Shit, it might have been 5 years ago. 21, maybe, as well. Yeah. It's in the books somewhere. 0-0. He was kind of good in the USMNT. Then he got old. Which happens to everybody. Or the standards were raised. And he also got old, and I think his moment was kind of in between the old guard and the new guard. Like he was in between 2 eras. And he was too old for the rebuild. Even though he did play a couple of friendlies, I think, when Sarachan was the interim manager, yeah. But he never... Well, hell, Josie played for the 2019 Gold Cup. And I think Bobby Wood did too, actually, didn't he? So he played early in the Berhalter tenure as well for the USMNT. I think both Bobby Wood and Josie were on that roster. Dude's 33. For a national team career, that is old. Hell, for a striker, that is old. He's not a goalie. Goal kick for TFC. 0-0 between St. Louis and Sporting Kansas City, by the way. Just started about, 10 minutes ago? In St. Louis as well. At City Park. Header down, and nobody's there. But yeah, didn't he? I think he did play during that, first year after the failure to qualify when Sarachan was the interim manager, yeah. Blocked away, cleared. And then, of course, the Gold Cup 19, which, yeah, with Josie and Michael Bradley. STL match 13:30, okay. Playing forward. They revived Lucha Underground. First episode, Alberto Del Rio's in Lucha Underground. They revived. Go! Go. Onside. Shot right at the goalie. Oh my God. He was offside anyway. Okay. I was like, that's not onside. One. Second of all, what are we doing? Go. Yeah, I think that was the right call. But hey, at least he was offside when he shot at the goalie. Right at the goalie. Well, hey, at least Gillier did the right thing. If you're a goalie, tend the goal. He followed the rule. Even if it was offside. Playing forward. Middle of the box. Blocked away. Man, we almost screwed up there. Free kick TFC. We almost screwed up there. If you're a goalie, class, tend the goal. Blue cards be introduced next World Cup. Good rivalry right there. St. Louis hasn't recovered since that playoff upset a couple years back. Yeah, it turns out Bradley Carnell is a one-season wonder, isn't he? Because he did the same thing in Philly. TFC has the ball. Turns out he did the same thing with Philly. Won the Shield and then turned to shit instantly. The next season. 57th minute. 0-0. Playing forward. TFC. What? Dude got tripped. Okay, Monlouis to Larea. Playing forward. Corbianu plays it forward. Vera gets... That's out for a Toronto throw. 0-0. Bobby Wood used to play for Hamburg. USMNT striker who played in Germany for a long while in his career. Hamburg was one of the teams. Played for the Revs. Did he play for Real Salt Lake? I think he did, didn't he? I feel like he did, and that's a bad giveaway. Rios. Daniel Rios. Corbianu. Good tackle by Corbianu. Played over the top. Just go and get it, Gavrin. There we go. If you're a goalie, tend the goal. Just, oh God. What are, Monlouis. Bro.
Jeez.
Coelho. What are we doing? Alonso! What's with this playing forward? We are footing around. We are beating around the bush, aren't we? And bad giveaway by Richie. Slides off the ball. Header. Second ball, run for it, good. Coelho. We got to get better at pressing, I swear. Over the bar. Union Berlin, Hanover, and Hamburg. Yep, there we go. Real Salt Lake and Revs. I thought so. Fabian Herbers and Pereira. Piet is off. Samuel Piet is off. And 22... That is Lattori off as well for Herbers and for Pereira. Fabian Herbers on. And Pereira, Danny Pereira on. Pereira. Piet and Lattori off. And Toronto still hasn't made a substitution. Of course we haven't. It's not the 75th minute yet. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to make a sub when you need to make a sub. Sometimes you don't want to make a sub before the 75th minute, but there's something called, or the hour mark, but sometimes you have to hook somebody. Sometimes it makes your team better if you do hook somebody before you need to hook somebody. Throw in for Toronto. Robin Fraser does not make subs until the 75th minute with regularity. If it ain't working, you need to make the sub. I don't care if it's the 30th minute. Oh, shit, that's earlier than I thought. Wow, you actually may have learned something. A sub on the hour mark, you actually learned something during the break. Sub when you need to. Let me tell you something. Osorio's suspension is massive. Well, he's had a solid season, though, I have to agree, for us. Barely played at the World Cup, though. But I'm not surprised that was the case. He did get to play on his birthday, though, for like 5 minutes against Bosnia. Throw in for Toronto. And here comes the substitutions. Joel Anthony Vilsant actually gets to play for Kobe Franklin. And Malik Henry is coming on for Corbianu. Okay, one of those makes sense. Are we throwing up 2 strikers now? Huh? I mean, I like Vilsant, and I think he's a good player, but why for Kobe Franklin? Are we letting Etienne play wingback now? Robin, what the hell are you thinking? That's not exactly something I would do, but sure. That's out and cleared for... Nope, Montreal's going to get to that ball because we do not press it. Playing forward. Vilsant. Wait, is he actually playing midfielder? He's a striker, Robin. If you're going to play an offensive midfielder, Jordy is healthy. He can play 30 minutes. But if he was going to put on another striker, it probably would have been Emilio Aristizabal. Yeah, you're probably right, but... Okay. A 6'4" midfielder when he's a striker, straight up. It's not the position I want to put him in, but okay. Robin Fraser makes a sub in the 60th minute, puts a guy in a position he doesn't even play. Learns how to make a sub within 60 minutes. Puts a guy in a position he's never played before. It's so crazy, it just might work. Not my type of crazy, but whatever. I mean, I wouldn't put a 6'4" guy in offensive midfield. That's just me, though. And I wouldn't play Derek Etienne Jr. as a wing back either. But again, that's just me, though. Walker Zimmerman plays it back. God only knows. Going forward. And a free kick for Toronto. Yellow card. I think he put Vilsant in the midfield. I would want him in the box, exactly. Guys have some more. Blitzo says, guys have some more lore for you. So I met this girl recently. Let's just say her and I have hit it off, and now she loves to cook and bake for me all the time. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to go over to her house because she's making you chicken enchiladas and chocolate chip s'more cookies. So you hit the jackpot, buddy. That sounds good to me. Good for you. Good for you. This doesn't sound like a one you should want to break the heart of, but that's just me. You may be trying to break her heart, but I don't know where you stand on that at this point. But don't. I don't know how long this has been a thing, but if she cooks and bakes for you that early, I wouldn't break her heart. So that's just my opinion, though. Playing forward. No hint on Vilsaint's position at FOTMOB, but it says Henry is right mid or right wing. Yeah, but he's more of a winger, in my book at least. But they certainly only have forward for Vilsaint. Go, Malik! Go, Malik! Go! Good job, Malik. Malik pushed off the ball. Mountain Dew Code Red. Because you know the Reds are playing. Shot saved by Gavrin. Corner for Montreal, 66th minute. Good save. Sinchuk again, man. At this point, he might be man of the match. I'm not going to lie, even if this ends 0-0. Dude's been working his ass off. They got a good one there. Mountain Dew Code Red. 5 corners to 2. Because it's red, and the Reds are playing their first game back. Still 0-0. Yep, but I'm not mad about it. We're going to end up losing it at this point. We'll do something stupid. Code Red. Headed away. Punched away. Sinchuk. Good step. Shot blocked. Corner. Just wide.
Man.
She even said she wants to bake banana bread too. Ooh. Well, better be good. 67th minute. 0-0. Ball crossed in. Header cleared. Bugaj on the ball. Header by Toronto. Cleared away. Longstaff back on it. Over the bar. Goal kick. Oh, there's the Matty Longstaff I know. Way over. Way over. '68th minute. That was a choice walker, but at least it didn't go right into the foot of a Montreal player in the 18-yard box. Playing forward. Free kick TFC. Oh, no. Advantage played. Hey. Why? Give the free kick. And now it's a free kick for Montreal. Damn Pro back at it again. Goal St. Louis. Goal for St. Louis. Oh, well, that's good. Let's see who scored it. 1-0 St. Louis. Did it just happen? I ain't got on FOTMOB yet. It is. Is it Zhang Bin? Song Zhang Bin? Yep. Yong Sang Bin scored for St. Louis City. 1-0, 28th minute in the St. Louis game. Okay. We'll take it. And can you press the ball, Jackson? Well, he pushed him wide. Good. Catch the ball, Luca. There we go. 52.8% chance for a draw. 21.5% chance for a win for TFC. 25.7% for Montreal. We're right next to each other in the bracket or the table. He's not in the Korea team. Well, I mean, well, he's not. Either way, he didn't make it. But then again, I think we've seen that the Korean Federation doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Would have been good to have an attacker like him. St. Louis outplaying KC by a lot, 68% possession. and lots of shots. Good to hear. Good to hear that Dame is getting it going there. They've had a lot of problem finishing recently under Dame, but it seems like the system was coming together before the World Cup. I'm glad to see that it's fully come together now that they're back. Because, I mean, I think Yohan Dame is a good coach. I think he is a good coach, and I think he's doing good things for St. Louis. And the system was being built. It's just the finishing wasn't there. But the signs were always there. But it looks now it's getting there. You bet both teams will score on this. Bad idea. If we score first, it wasn't a bad bet. If we don't score at all, it was a bad bet. It was a bad bet. Either way. Playing forward over the bar. But if Toronto scores first, it was a good bet because we will get scored on. Yeah, I remember. Just like the time that Bastian came to the Fire and said he can win them the World Cup, which there is a Club World Cup. They never won the Champions Cup with him. Remember that? Or was that a reporter? Either way, 0-0, 72nd minute. Oh, the Blue Jays are playing on Apple TV tomorrow against the Chicago White Sox in Toronto. Well, the Blue Jays are at least 3.5 out of a wild card spot, but they are bottom of the AL East. It's not gone well for the Toronto Blue Jays this year, for the most part. Ernie Clements had a good season. Dillon Cease has. Okamoto has. Vladdy is not. Savage has. Out for a throw-in. Are you streaming? '72nd minute. It's only 8 o'clock. 73rd minute. 9 Eastern. That's not late. Blocked away. Montreal on the ball. If Toronto draws this match scoring-wise, they will have scored before Montreal. If Toronto gets scored on first, they're going to lose this match. Is there a chance we win if we score first? Maybe. And that's out for a throw-in. Jordy Mihailovic about to come in for TFC. Good step. Good job. Vilsant. Good, good, good. Go, Jewel. Go and pass it, Jewel. Good, 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 good. Nice pass. Run. Pass it through. Ball crossed in and blocked away, out for a throw for Toronto. 74th minute. Finally. Chelsea. I support Chelsea. Graham Roach coming on for Montreal before he has to go to the U20 CONCACAF Championship. Mihailovic on for TFC. 74th minute. Jordy is on after his pelvis injury. Broken pelvis. For Derek Etienne Jr. Thank God. Thank God. First, is this Jordy's first 401 derby or is it his second? Didn't we play both 401 derbies before he even got here last year? I think we did. Well, actually all three, considering the Can Champ game. I think we, wait. Yeah, we didn't get him until the summer, so. I think we did. I think we played both those games early. Malik Lewis played 1 minute versus Charlotte and bagged a 3-pointer. Well, good for him. I know the Toronto Raptors play their last summer league game tonight. Probably. Well, at least their last meaningful summer league game, unless they heavily win and they get into the Final Four, the semifinals. Playing forward. Malik, come on. Pressing. Good job, Malik. Good press. Back to Gillier. Gillier. Over the top. Mexico wants to bid for the 2029 Club World Cup and one of the stadiums they want to use is Olympico Universitario. It gets so hot here. That's why I say Pumas should play later on to skip the heat. Yeah, why do you think I made the Pumas special joke when they were trying to play the game at Azteca at 12 noon when they tried to move it back? That's why it was called a Pumas special. They play it like in the afternoon at Universitario because it's hot in the beaten sun. That's why it's a Pumas special. Playing forward. Monlouis. Monlouis pushing. He pushes the ball forward. Good job. Malik Henry. I would have continued going, but okay. Stepping back wasn't the smart play. Coelho cuts it forward, and it gets blocked away by Montreal. Bad choice of a pass. Just a couple of bad choices there. Top of the box. Rios! What a save, Gavrin! Come on, Luca. Come on, Luca. Corner. Corner. And Graham Roach is on for Montreal for Daniel Rios before he has to go to the U20 CONCACAF Championship for Canada. Plays this game for Montreal. 12 minutes or so. Longstaff to take the corner after taking a drink of Powerade. That was Powerade, not body armor. Corner. Find him. He broke the sponsor rules. Ball crossed in. Header. Sinchuk with a shot caught by Gavrin. Go. Throw the stoppage of play because there's a player down in the box for Montreal. Jalen Neal. Jalen Neal is down. St. Louis scored 2-0. Hartel scores. Good. Marcel Hartel scored. Good. 0-0. 2-0 St. Louis. 2-0, 37th minute. Hartel scored in the 36th. Yep, it's coming together. He didn't even do anything.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my God. If this turns into a penalty, I swear to God. Walker did nothing. He did nothing.
No.
You can't call that anything. You cannot call that anything besides incidental. If that is a penalty, I'm going to flip shit. So, I don't. Okay, yep, the ball's been played. Toronto has the ball. Up a man for maybe 5-10 seconds here. They're checking him to make sure no concussion. If anything, it was a jaw injury. His chin. 79th minute, going forward. Plays forward. Go. Jordy Mihalovic has the ball. He is onside on that play. Barely. Top of the box. Sargent. Sargent plays it backwards. Neal's back on. Larea.
Yep, let's keep kicking it back.
Jordy should have taken a shot. I don't care. Pushed off the ball. Free kick for Montreal. No wonder Sport in Kansas City's bottom of the table. Well, yeah, okay, good point. That might just be why St. Louis looks good. But when you get a match like that, you'll start believing you can finish. When finishing was your problem the whole first half of the season. So that was the best chance we had, and we just passed it backwards. Jordy should have taken a shot. I don't care. He should have taken a shot. The fact that he ran out of the box and like curled back and passed it, nope. That was a mistake. 10 minutes to go, 80th minute. 80th minute. Good play, and that's out for a throw-in for Montreal. 0-0. Who will get a late goal, if there is any? Petrasso with a throw-in to Vera, and they have it at the back. Neal, Jalen Neal on the ball. 81st minute. Header. Out for a Montreal throw. I think we've been lucky that they're sloppy. In my opinion. Playing forward. Go play the ball forward. Good job. Malik running at it, but Vera plays it to Gillier. Malik's still running. Malik's still running at Gillier. He passes it to Neal. Good press, but advantage play, Toronto. And they gave it away anyway. Just the nice guys they are. They gave it away. We thought it should be a foul, so we gave it away in the midfield. Playing forward. Cross in. That's going to be good, 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 good. Go, 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 go. Good job. Keep it, go forward. Or center it at least. Monlouis. Gilman. Jesus. Plays it back to Zimmerman. Jesus Christ. You're all getting fined at least $5 per back pass if it was me. We're going to put it in the the back pass jar. That's out for a corner for Toronto. We're going to put it in the back pass jar. It's like a swear jar, but for back passes. Since you back pass like you swear like sailors, you're going to get fined $5 per back pass. And we'll confer about it. 82 minutes, but it's not us, so yeah, we're going to create a back pass jar. Header down. Vilsant gets cleared. Coelho throw in. No. And here comes Montreal the other way because we played it dumbly. We played it slow. We played it dumbly. Get the fucking ball. 83rd minute. I'm not sure what we'll do with the back pass jar, but here are my two ideas. Either whatever's in the back pass jar gets spent on a end-of-season pizza party, or we donate what's in the back pass jar to Toronto Humane. Either or. I think the second one sounds better than the first.
Yeah.
Since, if you give them a pizza party after they get fined all those $5 for back passes, that would give them the wrong idea. They should just back pass get a pizza party. So you know what? We should give it to Toronto Humane for giving the shelters more, I think. And that makes way more sense, to be honest. Same SKC scores 2-1. Capita, 42 minutes. 84th minute. But I do like that idea, back pass jar. $5 per back pass. Playing forward. TFC on the ball. Cleared away. Oh. Vilsant's looked all right in his unnatural position. I agree. And he gets played in his unnatural position more minutes than he's played his natural position this year because Fraser doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Playing forward. And blocked away. Damn, I thought that was going to where we needed it to go. Vilsaint with a shot, and it's should have hit it hard, not lofted. 85th minute. How long to the game over? It is 85th minute. 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Well, less than 5 minutes plus stoppage time now. Just, if you're not going to win, hold on to the draw. If you lose this late, I swear to God. Then again, it's Toronto. Why would I be surprised? Walker Zimmerman tried to do the splits to get the ball back. Good job. You're 36 years old, or whatever the hell you are. 33, my bad. You're 33. Is he limber enough to do the splits? Probably tore his freaking groin. 0-0 draw, yep. The scoreboard's right there. Playing forward. Trust me, I wouldn't forget in this one. I'm getting used to the scoreboard, but free kick Toronto. If you have to pay $5 for back passes, then Spain would be effed. Well, at least when Spain does back passes, it works out for them. It never works out for us. It never works out for Toronto. Olga Escobar. See, Spain has a talent to at least get away with doing the back passes. And they've won things doing them. We don't. And I don't like back passes. And he hates them. Sometimes I know when they're needed. He doesn't.
No, every now and then. Too much.
Header. Goal kick for Gillier. Like, there are some that I would call acceptable that he wouldn't call acceptable. Is my point. So, I don't know how we'd exactly assess fines on those.
Okay, just getting into
Straight for Escobar. Like, I think I would take an assistant coach who's like not as hated of back passes, and then me, and then him, and then we discuss. And I don't know. I think we'd have to find him in training as well, wouldn't we? Not just game. We'd have to find him in training as well. Right to Gillier. 88th minute.
Okay.
Good delivery from Coelho, just unlucky. Yeah, I agree. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Go, go, go. Chip through. Shallowy. Centered. Throw in. We're getting close. Good job, Vera. Can't get mad at that one. Playing forward. Go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, I think we're cooked now. Roach. Down in the box. Hello, Tobias time. We almost did it to ourselves again. 89th minute. 1 minute to go plus stoppage time. We have two good chances that are blocked away and we're unlucky on. We allow them to get all the way back and almost give one up. Sargent. Oh, no. Did Sargent... Don't. Hope VAR doesn't say anything. Hope VAR doesn't say anything. Push that ball forward and go. Go forward.
Get back.
Keep the ball in play. Don't play slow, play fast. If you're going to play the ball, play it fast. Before they can take it away on VAR. Over the top. Second ball. Just 30 seconds to go before stoppage time. Good step forward. I like. Okay. Shallowy. Out for a Toronto throw. 90th minute. Advantage played. 4 minutes of stoppage time. not the World Cup. At least we only have a little bit of stoppage time. Playing forward. Good job. Sargent plays forward. Chips through. Given away. Still Toronto's ball. Monlouis. A late winner is how this game is going to be decided, I guess, if there is 3 points. In through. Henry. Out for a throw. Nope, free kick for Montreal instead. They ran into Vera. It's a free kick for Montreal. Or Petrasso throw in. Hit off one of our guys, I guess. Toronto throw. 91 of 94. 0-0. Well, our first competitive game didn't go completely off the rails. It wasn't great, but Henry didn't go completely off the rails. He gets onside. Good. Oh, nice run. Nice feint, Malik. Back. Oh. Shot over the bar. Oh, goal kick. I would have brought that down and just, I wouldn't have done the Pele kick, but okay. I wouldn't have done the Pele kick, but 92 minutes. Goal kick. Leagues Cup starts August 4th. $92 minutes. Over the top. Headed down. Out for a Montreal throw. Halfway through stoppage time. Well, I mean, Nashville's a good team, though. Free kick for Montreal. Guess the side judge is telling him where to put the ball. 92-30. Free kick for Montreal. Chance to win the game here for them off of a Longstaff free kick. Header away. Shallowy throw in for Montreal. Final minute. Goal kick, Toronto. Final minute. Play it short. Play it to where you can create something. Don't play it. I guess we're going to play Route 1. Okay. Route 1, boys. 93-20. Header. And right to Longstaff. Route 1 and right to Longstaff. That's why you should have played it low. Should have played it low and short. Rolls it to the center. Lorea keeps it alive. Gets back on the ball. Free kick, Toronto. Sets it up. Coelho. Cheats a couple of inches. Plays it over the top. Full time. It's 0-0. We'll take it, I guess. So with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe. Hit that high button to put this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button. Become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share it with the family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. Tomorrow we got the FIFA World Cup final prediction. Saturday we have France versus England, third place game, live RSR. And Sunday we have the Belgian Grand Prix, live RSR, and the FIFA World Cup final, Spain, Argentina, live RSR. So that's what we got over the next 3 days. And I will see you within the hour, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm riding, I'm out. Peace. At least we drew.